Hey gang, StitcherMoose here, and yeah, still working on this camera thing. And first off, I'm in the basement, and I'm recording at night, which is unusual. In the basement was also where my mood was earlier today, because I spent 3 hours, roughly, trying to get Movie Maker to handle a file that I gave it, because I figured out how to do HD 1080 on this camera, but then when I recorded like two 20-minute chunks of video, it couldn't handle the file. It was taking 90 seconds to 2 minutes just to put a little, bubble caption thing on. I'll introduce you to my surroundings. So you know Mr. Fireplace, and I don't have the roaring fire going this time because I'm not sure what the whole deal is with copyright on that. So anyway, but there are jellyfish. I just can't show them to you. It's very zen, and the music is zen, but you can't really hear it, which is also kind of zen, because then you're in the moment and you can be your own music. So, first off, let me get to tool number 5, and we'll also do a quick whip update. Tool number 5, there it is. Focus, focus, there it is. You've also seen, I'll try and, if Movie Maker will cooperate, I will try to put in the still picture, or it's on Instagram, you can see it, that shows the up close of the tips of these. Tool number 5 is basically a fancy set of tweezers. I'm not advocating anyone go out and get exactly what this is, but if there's something similar that you can get a hold of, it's pretty cool. And I just stumbled into using it. It seems like a lifetime ago. After the Navy, I did medical sales for a few years, and I sold titanium implants and surgical tools. Now, this has never been inside an operating room. This was a sample that I carried with me, so it's not gross. It is titanium, which is cool. It's actually a titanium alloy, 90% titanium, 6% aluminum, 4% vanadium, which is beautiful. And that means it has a feature. I'm not sure if it's a feature or a bug, but check this out. It's not magnetic, which means when it gets near needle holders, I was just putting those back together and picking up instrument number 5. That's its new name. It's no longer titanium plate holding forceps. It is tool number 5. And it also, like the Archaeopteryx or Velociraptor scissors, has a holster, which I've duct taped to my frame. Where was I? Yes, tool number 5, titanium. What it does is, I didn't know, like 6 months ago, I didn't know what a laying tool was. I had never used anything. I don't think I had ever tried to do what a laying tool does. I had just struggled with trying to get threads to lay flat. So I was just looking around. I guess I had that laying in like the top of my tool chest or something, and I saw it and I thought, oh, I think I needed it for tweezers, because, well, this is part of the whole disaster with the hairy backs of my work, and I wanted to move the long tails of thread out of the way so I could backstitch. But what I stumbled into when I started doing this neater work is, when it's closed, the teeth go perfectly together, and it's engineered like a surgical tool. So the tip of this is perfect. It's a perfectly smooth bullnose, like 1.5 wide thing. It's basically a laying tool. Thread doesn't catch on this, nor fabric or anything else. It's just smooth all the way around. So it's perfect for a laying tool. I can hold it in my hand. I stitch like this, left hand top, not like this, but left hand top. I used to stitch like this, or like this. And this duct tape is here because this used to be over here when I was stitching the other way. But now that I'm doing a thing, in the other video what I showed you was how I have my work suspended from the ceiling while I'm working on it. So hopefully I can show you that at some point. But for now, just pretend that this is floating right here, and my left hand is over here, and my right hand is down here, and I pass a thread through, and I get it with my right hand, and my left hand that has the laying tool in it, it just, boom, becomes a laying tool right there, and then it just moves out of the way like a spare chopstick. So this is fantastic. And it goes back in its holster, and I duct taped the holster so it wouldn't flop around, and it's got a belt loop so it goes right on the dowel there, and it fits snugly in the holster so it doesn't fall out when I turn my work over. Are you feeling how awesome that is? When you just find something and it's just like, whew. Love you, man. So, whip update. This is Welcome Friends, and it's starting to say Welcome Friends. I'll get you closer on that. You probably saw it last time. It had all these icons on it, and maybe some of the gridding. Now all the gridding is done, and the part for the thing, and if you can see the yellow at the bottom there, that's the solid parts of the words, and I'm just starting the back stitching. And maybe it's weird that I'm starting at both ends, but there are two kinds of back stitching. It's single strand around the fat parts of the where the yellow is, and then double strand on the other sides of that. And I realize, I think why my brain started doing it this way. See those threads there that are hanging from my thread minder? It's like I'm parking. I'm not really kidding. That's what I think I'm doing here. I'm trying to get used to the idea of having two, look, two threads on the front hanging loose. They're really far apart, so that's why I'm okay with this. If these were close together, no, I'd be freaking out like a Wolverine on cappuccino. But I'm okay with this. If I'm ever gonna do a Heaven and Earth Designs project, I gotta get with this. I gotta own this and conquer my fear. I know some of you do feel how stressful it is to look at one of those Haid projects and it's got like a whole Willie Nelson braid of hair. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how much that freaks me out. Because I've tried it with, like, accidentally with, you know, two threads at the same time when I was doing kind of confetti. I didn't know it was called confetti, but that's what I was doing. And I mean, I was doing it wrong, and I was all tangled up in my threads. We should get to the art, but I'm going to break this up into parts so my computer doesn't freak out. Now, hold on. That was not a graceful exit. Now I'm going to do a graceful exit. And we're back. It was almost professional. What we have here on this handy dandy stool, and don't freak out too much about this being an oil painting and it's not in a frame and it's not covered. It's kind of been like this for 20 or more years, and I just rescued it from my mom's lighthouse. Why my eyes darted over is I've got my monitor and the camera is not on AEAF lock, so when I put this up, it changed all the lighting. And did you see that? Dark, light. These crazy times. I'm really kind of geeking out on that. That's pretty cool. But I know it's annoying, so but I can't stop. So I'll just show you a good picture of this. That is the lighthouse at Campobello Island, which I've mentioned before. Well, I probably mentioned it when I mentioned this painting before, so duh. This is a painting when I said that my dad was a commercial artist and he didn't do much recreational work. That is one of the few recreational pieces that I have of his, and I would like to get it framed, but I would also like to render it into a cross-stitch pattern and do a sort of, well, no, it wouldn't be sibling, maybe it would be a child of it, I don't know, whatever. But get them both framed and then have them up like a theme. Was there anything? Oh, I was going to tell you about Campobello Island. I don't think I've told this story before, but we used to go camping a lot when I was a kid, and we went to Maine and Canada and all that, and Campobello is a Canadian island just off the coast of Maine. So I think you take a bridge to get there, and that's probably a huge pain in the butt now, but it didn't used to be. It's like you just tossed a quarter in the bin and went to Canada, and now I don't know what they do. Anyway, you go to Campobello Island, and you camp or whatever, but the cool thing is, the rock that lighthouse is on, and there is actually now, maybe you only used to get off of here by boat, but anyway, there's now a red metal ladder that goes down here, and the sea floor is right about here. But the tides are so crazy in that part of the world, they go like 50 feet up and down twice a day, that you climb down the ladder and then you march across these like pebbly seafloor stone things and seaweed and kelp and stuff, and then you go up the other side and then you're back on the main part of the island. But if you get caught here and the water comes in and you just watch it and it meets and it comes up and it's seriously like 50 feet deep, you're not swimming that, because that's crazy town. So that was, you know, when you're 11 and the ocean comes in where you were just walking, that's like awesome. What else was I going to say? Oh, look at these ugly things. Yeah, they're different than the other ones, and my other ones were my favorite ones, and they broke. Wait, hold on, I'm going to break this video up again. Graceful exit. Back for the glasses story. So, my glasses, they're reading glasses, and what I really want, and I know it just would make me look like, you know, just a ridiculous old man, but I really want some half moon glasses, because I can see fine from like, I can see you great, but from like here in, useless. So all you people with perfect vision, consider this your future you coming back to let you know that if you're in your 20s or 30 something ish and you have a few more years, stitch 1/1 on a 32 count linen now while you still can, before you need spectacles, because you will. Sometime around 40, these muscles break down and they don't let in as much light as they used to, and it's just sad. But then you're suddenly not able to read things and you're going like, and then somebody's going to hand you a pair of reading glasses. And you'll be like, I don't need reading glasses. And then you'll put them on and go, holy criminy, there's words on the, how did the letters get darker? I know physics, and I don't really understand how it works. Maybe it's that they let in more, they focus more photons into your eyes from the white part of the page, and the contrast makes the letters look darker, but I swear the letters look like fuzzy little gray things, and you put these on, and they're like crisp little letters that you used to see when your eyes were good. So, these, what will happen is they will hand you those, and then you have to give them back, and then you will be in CVS, and you'll be trying to read something, or like a prescription or sign something, and you will realize you're standing right next to the reading glasses. They do that on purpose. So you'll get a pair, and you'll find them, and you'll do the little thing where you read how much numbers you should have, and you'll get like a 1.5, and that'll be perfect. And you'll get them, and you'll take them home, and they were $14.99, and you will have them for 24 hours before you lose them or sit on them. And during that 24 hours, they will never be where you need them. So you will go back to CVS, or possibly Walmart, I don't know, wherever you are that has reading glasses, and maybe they're $7.99, and you're like, yeah, okay, I should probably buy cheaper ones. So you do that, and they work just as well, the glasses part, and then you'll bring those home, and you might have those a little longer or something, and then you will lose those or break those, or what will happen is you will be in the grocery store and you won't have them, and you'll be trying to read something, and your spouse will hand you a pair that are festooned with rhinestones, and they're slightly pink, so you put those on and you can read, and then a kid in a shopping cart wearing a scarf munching kale chips will laugh at you, and I'm like, ha ha, I'm buying Fruit Loops because I'm a grown-up and that's what I want to do, and you're eating kale chips. So, So on the way home, you will say, hey, can we stop by the dollar store? And you'll go in there and you'll buy like 6 pairs of these, and you will leave them on every horizontal surface in your house. And then you'll start to wear them up here, and then what that does is it makes these things, because maybe I have a fat head, I don't know, but it pushes the ear pieces apart, and then they break because they're from the dollar store. And then you're just like duct tape, and then they do that, and then they fall apart more, and then the other one falls off, and you're just like, I'm holding my glasses on, and that is stupid. So then you will, if you have like soldering or welding capability, or know someone who does, you can maybe get by with that for a little while, but then eventually you will just you'll get used to start wearing them down here all the time, but they're like big, and then you will want half moon spectacles like Dumbledore. And now I understand, because he could see, there's a big metaphor coming here, he could see far away, but sometimes he couldn't see what was up close. So, half moon spectacles. That's it. Say a lot, I'm sorry. I should stop and start this video again. Nailed the graceful exit. Boom, without forgetting about it. So, before I started making this whole video tonight, I had backed the camera down to 720, and not like super high definition pixel magic, and we'll see if that file is handled any better, and if I did, I'm all over this. This is getting better, and I'm not going to look like a fuzzy dope on YouTube. That's all we got. I would pan over to my bookshelf, but it's a little disorganized, so I'm going to organize it and then maybe take a picture of it, or include it in a future video or something. How do we like this? Is this a better I think I realized earlier I didn't like the green wall behind me when I was upstairs. Is this a better spot for filming? We got the blue that looks green in the monitor, but it's blue. Oh my god. Dude. I'm not making this up. Check out that color on the blue. Is that not this color? Did we not paint our bedroom Wedgwood blue, DMC 518, without even meaning to? And then this happened? I was upside down. But you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of a better thing to end on than magic.